guys, and welcome to Final Fantasy II Level 1 Challenge. I know the very first question is going to be, how do you define level 1 in a game which actually has no levels? Just hang on, let me just start a new game here and we'll get into those details. The initial part is going to be a little bit of grinding anyway. So yeah, I'll explain as we go through it. So the level 1 challenge was actually inspired from a Chrono Trigger level 1 challenge, which it was a screenshot LP which I read on the LP archive. I highly recommend you do that. It was very thoroughly entertaining and informative as well. So we're going to be following a Chrono Trigger naming convention. So Frida is going to be Chrono, obviously, lead character. And I don't want to make the same mistake I did in FF3 and use the one with extra space, the font with extra spaces. Where is N? Okay, Chrono. No? Is this, which button is this? Oh, there we go, thank you. I was debating whether to name her Luca or Marl, but I think we'll name her Luca since she's a better black mage. I think Marl is a better healer. It's not gonna matter here, of course, but whatever. Fun fact, based on the spelling, I actually used to pronounce her name as Lucca. Because Luca would be L-U-C-A, wouldn't it? Not double C. It was only later that I learned that it's supposed to be pronounced as Luca. At least it definitely sounds better that way. It sounds... Hello, Matt. How you doing? And I lost my train of thought. What is Guy supposed to be? Yeah, Guy was supposed to be... I'm gonna name him the Frog character. But I just think that Frog is a stupid name. I'm doing fine. Just got back home from work. I've got a shit ton of work. So, holy crap. I'm really looking to relax with some FF2. Yes, I think Frog is a pretty stupid name to give anyone, but Frog is canon. But we're gonna go with Glenn, who is Frog in Chrono Trigger, and obviously this guy's gonna be Magus. Really having a lot of trouble finding letters here. Okay, now that the naming has been set, let's get into the game. Long-lived peace. Is that an end? So you got some guy throwing fires. And the fires take on a life of their own, are doing pretty good. I purposely managed to avoid that. The Emperor of Thalamicia has begun his quest for world conquest. So we see the rebel army arose in the kingdom of Finn to thwart the Emperor's plans. Which is a PSP version. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. So we see some backstory here. Remember that Empire is evil and Kingdom is good. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Four youths from Finn also found themselves fleeing the Imperial forces. They had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire. Must have been one hell of an attack, but their escape wasn't over. So this is the story about our four youths here. Ambushed. RIP. So much for their escape. Let's see if Maria can solo this. No, she can't. And game over. This is our well-known start to Final Fantasy II. Our protagonists are lying on the floor dead. Roll credits. So some guys from Finn who are also escaping found them and F-15. Well, this is going to be very tactical in nature, so I guess you could call it that. FF2 tactics. And here we see a lady and some dude. Hey Aster, rip indeed. My first wipe like 5 minutes into stream. I mean, how screwed up am I? Cast your eyes. I wish I had that spell. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them lying like this on the escape from Finn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. I mean, what exactly is too late in a game where you've got the life spell? I guess by the time that they blink and disappear into the ether, I guess that's the time frame you have to cast life on them. His life is not in danger. The sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. And that sigil is never ever useful for the rest of the game. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. Phoenix Down didn't work. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Basque, their attack will begin in earnest. So we get some... So the Empire is not just satisfied with their takeover of Finn. Apparently they're building some dreadnought thingy. And if they are allowed to complete that thing, then I guess the world as we know it will cease to exist. 3-turn time expired, you turn into a crystal. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. So we got a pretty forceful princess here. Oops, spoiler alert. So Firion has miraculously recovered his health. Oh, not Firion, I'm gonna need to get used to this. Chrono, where am I? I know that Chrono is a silent protagonist, so I don't know how to approach this. Luca! I mean, if Chrono was not a silent protagonist, how would he... I mean, it's interesting to think how he would say these things. Glenn, where are you? Or maybe he's a silent protagonist because he's actually smart. Maybe he's got such a horrible voice and he speaks in such a monotone. It's better that he doesn't speak at all. Chrono, you're alive. I thought you'd... Yeah, I think we're gonna have Chrono as a silent protagonist here. Princess of Finn, save us. Actually, Frog. Ah, damn it. Frog should speak like Shakespearean English. Princess of Finn, saveth us. However, regardless, Magus. I need to play Fallout 1 and 2. What for? Magus not heareth. Magus not herewith. But I didn't start learning. And they all agree with Chrono Trigger. Alright, so where is Leon? That is the question of the day here. So you've regained your strength? Very good. And once Hilda hears how Chrono speaks, I think she will need to revisit her decision of bringing them back to life. Your life force is strong indeed. In fact, you took more than 3 turns. I could never allow such a thing. I mean, it's a miracle she understood it. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked, and our parents. Damn it, Luca is not so emo. Luca is like the badass. I am truly sorry, but even so, this changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. So, okay. Let's just learn the Wild Rose. And what exactly is the Wild Rose? The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. It represents our hope for a future that flourishes in both strength and beauty. How do you represent Rose with strength? Maybe it's the tenacity to live? But what will become of Finn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives have been taken there and suffer even as we speak. Luca, your brother Magus is missing, is he not? Oh crap, I should have thought about this. Luca and Magus are related? Crap! Big mistake there. It's possible that he's being held in Finn as well. But Finn is far too dangerous now. The Emperor's beast still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu, the white wizard who tended your wounds. Speak with him before you leave. Reset and change names. I mean, I had planned for him to be Magus because, well, if you know the story, you know why I named him Magus, but this does not fit into my plans. Crap, I just completely forgot about the fact that they're related. Luca and Magus. And Rip Chrono Trigger, I guess. He may be of some assistance. Well, okay, we have our marching orders. So let's talk about... Hang on. Formation... We'll think about formation. The first thing I want to do is obviously change the text speed. Dash on, cursor memory, and message speed super fast, please. Okay. Let's catch some dialogue. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. I mean, how does this guy see the future? Is that a spell I'm not aware of? You will begin by journeying to Finn. This is the first step towards realizing your fate. Minwu, what do you know about the Wild Rose? You wasted no time using the password, haven't you? Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much of value by listening. I offer you one bit of advice before you depart for Finn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Finn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. This is a bit of information that they added in the PSP version because I guess they realized that new players have no idea what the sanctuary does. If you go there without with everybody alive, it just says you can't use this, and everybody's like, what is this that we can't use? Can you please tell us? Alright. So right now our objective is to go and rescue Leon. What do you have to say? The port of Paloom lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us, so you won't be able to reach the town without a canoe. I mean, can you not swim? I guess it's too deep. Heading to Finn, are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place to be, you see. The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatria. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Oh my god, this dude has like no confidence in us. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with the sigil that saved your life. There you'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I think you're going to need all the advice they can spare. What is this, Breath of Fire? This is the Rebel Army's war room. Thank you for that piece of information. And what the old man was referring they they put a whole bunch of guys here, which is equivalent to the tutorial room in Final Fantasy V. Of course, this was only done starting the GBA and PSP remakes. A neat little touch, but I found that they don't really offer very good advice. You're in the rebel hideout in the town of Altair. Gordon, the Prince of Cashuon, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened, but something has made him lose faith in himself. Gordon. Obtained a potion. Princess Hilda fled here when Finn was sacked. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. Alright, His Majesty took a arrow in the chest or something like that. Whatever, let's move out. I'm Paul, greatest thief in all the world. They've yet to invent the loot I can't burgle or steal. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. Not lacking in modesty, is he? This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces haven't been deployed this far out yet. I suppose it's only a matter of time though. Okay, so we are working on a time limit here. And here is Gordon. My name is Gordon. I was once a Prince of Cashuon. Now I'm nothing but a coward. I mean, I guess it takes a great deal of bravery to actually admit you are a coward, but this, the way he says it doesn't really sound very brave now, does it? When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. I would say, looking at the Imperial forces, you actually did a pretty good job. What is a wild rose? So you've asked to take up arms in the struggle? I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. We get it, Gordon. Go ahead, laugh. I deserve it. We should. Jesus, they could have given in some better dialogues, considering how well he grows. Paul's a skilled thief, but don't worry, you can trust him. He only steals from the Imperials, and that somehow makes him trustworthy. Tabul, the fellow over in that weapon shop? He's one fine blacksmith, he is. I think something's been bothering him lately, though. Huh. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. Wild Rose. The Geyserak is just a cover. My name's Tobul, and I'm the best darn blacksmith in the rebel army. Okay, we'll need to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's outfit ourselves, and while we're doing so, let's talk about the level 1 challenge now, shall we? So, what does a level 1 challenge mean in a game without levels? I think that's the first thing, that's the first perception everyone has of this game, is that it doesn't have levels. But contrary to that opinion, it actually does have levels. It very obviously has levels, and when you see the skill levels here, it's the fact. I mean, if you look at a traditional RPG, you fight random battles. You fight random battles, you gain experience, and finally, after enough amounts of experience, you gain levels. So effectively, your level is a function of the amount of experience you've got. Now, it doesn't work that way in FF2. And that is why, because the characters themselves don't have any levels, that's why the perception of this game is that it doesn't have levels. But instead, what the actuality is that everything levels up individually. It's not that the game doesn't have levels at all. It's just that everything has levels independent of each other. So in a traditional RPG, you would see that your levels pretty much govern all your stats. I mean, yes, they might offer you different planes of growth. For example, FF3, FF5 in terms of job levels and such. But effectively, your levels govern a lot of things, and as long as you've got that level, that number that you can keep track of, crap. That number that you can keep track of, you know that higher your level, the more chance of success you have in battles. So that's why I guess it kind of unnerves people when you don't have a character level. How do you go about dealing with opposition when pretty much in every RPG teaches you that level grinding is the solution to all of your problems? That is why I think of FF2 as more of a tactical game. At least it's certainly much deeper in terms of tactics than any other, at least your traditional RPGs. Oh, I need some cash. So yeah, so what do I mean by when I say everything levels up independently? Now take a look at our status screen. You've got separate levels for each different weapon category, and on top of that, even for magic, you've got about 16 slots, I believe. You've got 16 slots, and whenever you learn magic, it starts off at level 1, and every spell levels up independently of each other. So it's not as if the game doesn't have levels. It's just that those levels are completely independent. So when you talk about levels, you need to also specify what that level is associated to. So in a normal RPG, you would just say I am level 15, and that would mean that your party members are level 15. Or if you've got 4 party members at different levels, you need to specify 4 different levels. However, in here you need to specify what weapon level you are at, what magic level you are at, and so on and so forth. That's what makes it so interesting, but that's what also which makes it confusing. So I had 380 gil, right? I need to just keep track of that number, 385 gil. Different version. Indeed, there are so many versions of FF2 that I never have to run out. I can just play, I can just keep rotating one version after another. But yeah, graphically speaking, this is quite possibly the most beautiful version of FF2. Although in terms of monster art, at least I'm a big fan of the NES version. It's different versions forever. WonderSwan FF2 when? I've already done a let's play on it, but yeah, sooner rather than later I'm going to try a speedrun on the WonderSwan version. So as I was saying, because now that we have established that you do have levels and everything levels up independently, in fact, to go more into detail about levels, you can even consider your statistics to be levels in and of themselves. Because depending on the actions that you do, your strength might increase by 1, your intelligence might increase by 1, or your agility might increase, your stamina might increase, and so on and so forth. So if we want to really go full ham about levels, we can consider that Firion has strength level 10, spirit level 10, Maria has intelligence level 15, and depending, it's just that your method of gaining levels is not as it is in other RPGs. That is something to keep in mind. So effectively, for each character you have about 20-30 different levels that you can level up, so to speak. And again, this is part of the reason why I love FF2 so much, because you can decide what you want to level up, and you can just ignore everything else. So because it gives you that much amount of freedom to focus on one aspect or focus on some aspects and ignore other aspects, it gives you a lot of freedom to decide how you want to build your characters. And I guess that is how many of these challenge runs even became possible. So let's talk about level 1. Now that we have established that Final Fantasy II does indeed have levels, what is a level 1 challenge? What we are going to be doing here is for all the level based skills like weapons and magic, I'm only allowed to use them if they are at level 1. The only exceptions are shield, magic defense and evasion. So as you saw, everybody, Firin and Maria, Chrono and Luca got a shield level. So shields are exempted from that for obvious reasons. I mean, I could try a level 1 challenge including shields, but that would just be incredibly boring, even for myself. So, and the evasion and magic defense stats are something which I can not really control, so that's why they are also exempted. Plus, I'm going to be taking full advantage of evasion not being restricted to level 1, because as I've said many times, evasion is probably the most important statistic in the game. Not just the evasion level, but also the evasion percentage, which is why I'm grinding up, which is why shields are excluded. So let's just continue this. The reason that shields are excluded from level 1 is because shields directly contribute to your evasion percentage, and your evasion percentage is... oh crap! Never mind. Your evasion percentage plays an important role in many different things. God damn it, I need that cash. Your evasion percentage plays a part in many different things. I just need to make sure that fire does not level up. As long as it's at level 1, I can keep using it. What's my cash? 349. So I guess we are going. I'm just grinding for cash here. I'll explain this a little bit later, why we need to do this. So I am only allowed to use level 1 skills. So how am I going to accomplish this? Well, first of all, why am I even doing this challenge? I'm very interested to know how the final boss would, how difficult the final boss would be if I'm only restricted to level 1. Yep, fire increased. So now I can no longer use the fire spell. First of all, how much cash do I have? I have 400 bucks. So before I bought the fire book, I had 385. Now I have 400 bucks. So you can see that if I want to buy another fire book, I'm going to go down to, like, I mean, it's a net profit of hardly anything, like 10 bucks. So that doesn't bode well. Plus, I also need to use the inn. Okay, this kind of sucks. I mean, my net profit is like 2 gil. We might be here for a while. Cash is going to be a big problem early game, but we'll soon find ways of making cash rather easily without needing to use level 1 skills. We're doing FFI. Did you not start at FFI last time? Or were you just setting up? Either way, good luck with that. Let's just mix it up a bit. Let's do the wind shine. Okay, so just got the jobs. Okay, this is where FFI is going to become interesting, of course. It's up and down. Well, that's not dumb at all. I mean, they do offer to take you to the wind shrine directly. So I guess in a way you are expected to go to the wind shrine. How much cash do I have? 242. Still, I mean, it's suboptimal, but yeah, we'll need to do a little bit of grinding. So given the fact that I can only use level 1 skills, what this means is that pretty much all other restrictions are not applicable, which means there's going to be a lot of speedrun strats here. I'm not going to be focusing on random encounters at all, because that would just be too time consuming. Quite a bit later in the game. Fair enough. I know that I struggled a lot with some of the job classes on my first playthrough of FF5, and I think it was pretty clearly decided that Blue Mage is not a first playthrough job. You'll need a lot of hindsight to use Blue Mage, is my opinion. But it's if not the most powerful job, it is one of the most abusive jobs in the game. Broken job it is. Job levels separate from levels. Yep. But job levels don't really directly affect you or your stats. The only thing the job level gives you is every job is the most broken job. Well, you can say that. You are allowed to say that. But for us plebs, no sir. Just more broken. For the leveling up. Every job levels up separately from the leveling up. Now, in terms of random encounters, I'm pretty much going to be running away from all random encounters. What's my cash? 422s. Yes, I'm making cash little by little. Wow, this is going to take time. So effectively, this challenge run is going to be all about facing bosses only. But not just that. Those who have played this game know that running away is a skill in itself. Not here, not here. I should. The problem with FF1 and FF2 is that they're actually unrunnable battles. That even if you could run away from them, you cannot. And that's just something that is a function of how the game was coded. I know it's from the NES days, but another thing that's again, I keep hammering this point, that they stayed fantastically faithful to the original versions in some ways, and this is one of the ways in which they did that. Unrunnable fights are still unrunnable in this for no good reason. It's not as if they couldn't make it and I run away. I'm just gonna take fights that are actually gonna be productive. 4 monsters or more. At least 3 of them. I think 3 is the average. I'm getting kind of unlucky here with just 2 monsters. I would like more cash per level, please. Because if I have to spend 150 bucks every time my spell levels up, that's just suboptimal. Not good. And fire, you have fun too. Hopefully nobody runs away. There's going to be a slow grind here, and I just need to make a little bit of cash. Also get my shield levels up if I can. Thing is, battles are not going to last past the second turn. At level 1, with these monsters, we are guaranteed to kill them in 2 turns. Goblins are pretty much the best encounter you can get right now, because they have the potential to drop the most amount of money. Hopefully nobody runs away. So our main strat for early game, the main priority is to get shield levels. Is everyone at shield level 2? Shield level 3, shield level 3 and shield level 3. Okay, shield level 3. I think... So how does running away work? As long as the fight is runnable, you have your evasion % chance of run away, a flat % chance. It doesn't really depend on the encounter or how tough the encounter is. If you have 99% evasion, you're guaranteed to run away as long as it's an unrunnable formation. I mean, it's a runnable formation. Speaking of runnable versus unrunnable encounters, that's part of the skill. In fact, that is speedrunner hell in FF2. Because I think one of the most important skills in a FF2 speedrun is knowing which encounter you can run from and which you cannot run from. So I'll be going through that as well, because that skill is going to be very relevant here. Not to mention that there's going to be a lot of saves coming. We're going to be tackling this like your standard PSX speedrun, insofar as random encounters are concerned. Did he level up, Blizzard? He did, so we need to go back to town again. Heal up, and since we have to go to Finn, let me attempt that now. So our priority right now is not only to make money because we need to buy a lot of stuff, it's also to grind up shield levels. I would like at least a cure on everyone, but I just don't have the cash for it. How much do I need? I think it's $100, right? So 300 bucks for cure. Should I just go ahead and spend it? You know what? Let's just do it. 200 bucks there, because I think consistently I am making more than 150 gil every time I run out of every time my spell levels up. That was my primary concern when I thought about this challenge run, is how are we going to make money? Because every time the spell levels up, we're going to need to discard it and buy a fresh copy. And that's another reason why we need to prioritize using magic over physical attacks. Because once magic levels up, you can actually discard it and you can discard it and then relearn it back at level 1. You can't do that with physical with your weapons. I wish you could. I mean, technically I could use individual. It's gonna spend this thing. Yep. Technically, I could just not use the weapons that leveled up in the previous battle or whatever. But it's just, I don't think it's worth that trouble. Especially when we've got a superior alternative available. Now what I'm doing here is, I'm actually hoping that these things run away. Right now I'm just grinding shield level. Oh crap, Maria might die. Ah, this is not good. Oh crap. She's dead. Yeah, she's dead. Oh, she's not dead. Okay. Need to use someone's cure spell. I'll use Guy's cure spell because he might get an MP up out of this. Problem is, using a cure spell also, we gotta hope that it doesn't level up. Keep going after Maria, you bastards. But this is actually good, because the amount of time this battle is lasting is probably guaranteed to give me a shield level here. And hopefully everyone will get HP up as well. You can also think of HP and MP as having levels. So right now we are, so every time they get a HP up, you can think of it as your HP leveling up. I mean, I know I'm kind of being pedantic here, but that is certainly a perspective. You can't argue with me about that. It's just that experience is calculated very differently, and some of the things Hey Puzzled! And why the damn dance game, dude? Can you guys run away, please? I need my shield levels. Ouch! Since the only way that I can win battles without actually leveling up anything is by having them run away, that's what's happening here. Fortunately, this is one of the better places to, at least for early levels, I guess. Except 3 things that just make you invulnerable. Yep. There we go. So if all the monsters escape, it's considered as a victory for us. The only problem is that we don't get any gold whatsoever. We don't even get like 1 gold that we would get in FF1. And like, what white is it? Do you have to make them run away? So because we get no gold, effectively this is a loss-making venture. Makes it invulnerable. Just can't kill shit. Yeah, I guess that's the way to look at it. So I definitely need some cash. I need some cash because I don't want to be in a position where I can't even afford the inn. I don't have enough gil. I think I've screwed myself over. Oh shit! The installation is only challenging your patience. It's not going to be like this for long. It's just the early game is a bit of a grind. What are my shield levels? I think it's just 4, right? Shield levels at 5, evasion at 51%. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do this. Yeah, I kind of screwed myself over. I should have had at least 150 bucks because right now I've got no way to kill anything. Might have to reset. I've just completely screwed myself over. I need to find some items to sell. Alright, let's just make our way to Finn. What are these HP ups? What? Fortunately, 3 chances at 60% each. I think we should be guaranteed to run away from every fight. No items in Gatria. That old man did tell us to visit Gatria though. Let's check it out. This is the village of Gatria. Finn is just over there across the lake, see? Is it now? But they told us not to go to Finn. But they also told us that Leon might be there. Who should we trust? Allowing HP up? I am allowing HP up. It's just the level-based skills like weapons and magic are not allowed to level up after... Yeah, they are not allowed to level up. At least I'm not allowed to use any weapons or magic which are higher than level 1. Except shields, of course. As you have noticed, Kappa. The Imperial forces have occupied Castle Finn. The gates are drawn and no one can enter. And with Imperial troops and monsters roaming the streets, the city isn't any better off. I mean, we are getting signs to not go into Finn, which means that that is the first thing we should do. Katria and Altair haven't fallen into the clutches of the Empire yet, but once the Dreadnought is complete, nothing will be able to stop the Empire. What is this Dreadnought they keep talking about? Is that the last person? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. You know what? I think we're gonna attempt a journey into Finn. Oh crap, ambushes are not good. I don't have money to heal. Please. There wasn't a lot of damage, thankfully. PSP version is infamous for the amount of ambushes you're gonna get. Thank God. I was like, when Maria was not able to run, I was just scared. But yeah, once we get to 99% evasion, running away won't be a problem. So right now I want cash for at least one damage spell so that I can bootstrap that and make more cash. But I guess even the shield levels I've got so far are good enough. Come on. Well, fortunately, because of the evasion that we have right now, because of double shields, these monsters are not really able to hit us because they only get one attack. Once we actually get to a certain part in the game where evasion actually starts to matter, I'll explain the evasion mechanic. It's pretty interesting, very involved as well. Alright, so city is crawling with monsters and these captain guys, so we should avoid them. Let's just avoid them and look for where they might have taken Leon. And of course there are monsters in the city. As they did explain to us, the city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. It's really funny in this game that the monsters are actually ogre percent. It's pretty FF2 Chrono Trigger style. We do have the silent protagonists after all. Whoa! Where do you think you're going? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. I mean, how does this guy mouth off so easily? Have you seen those captains, how hard they hit? I'm surprised this guy is still alive with this attitude. Oh, by the way, Wild Rose. Aha! You're with the rebels. We'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I going to do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it over from here. Don't let us down. So this guy was part of the rebellion, was he? How did he escape notice in Finn? Pretty intelligent guy. Let's hope that Leon is here. Hey Shihali. Yeah. Spotting wanted people. Not even spotting. They don't care if they actually spot you. But you go and talk to them, they'll give you hell about it. It's like they've been commanded to shoot on talk orders instead of shoot on sight. It's like you've got three guys randomly very lazy. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, who is this? This is definitely not Leon. We came here looking for Leon. They ignore you unless you make it impossible. Yeah, that's the way to put it. Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. So he is anti-Empire. What does he know about the Wild Rose? So, you're rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. I am a prince of Kashuan. Hey, Gordon told us about this guy. I thought he was dead. I mean, he told us he was dead. I am, but not for much longer. It's a pretty big surprise that everyone can understand Chrono. But that was the way it was in Chrono Trigger as well, so you can't really complain about RPGs now, can you? I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother Gordon. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn fell so quickly is that Count Borgen betrayed. Oh shit, I actually need to cough. Count Borgen betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. I mean, seriously, those guys are horrible. What kind of how can they offer the position of general to Borgen? I could understand captain, or maybe even a sergeant. But this must have been pretty valuable information. There's one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that last message. Confessions of a dying man. They would only bring her pain. My brother Magus. Have you heard of him? I keep calling him Leon. Have you heard of him? Who has not heard of Magus? He's the villain that's been causing it this entire mess. I'm sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be of more help. I mean, I'm only dying after all. I want you to take my ring. You name her Shala. Oh my god, I should have done that. I was just lamenting the fact that I completely forgot the fact that Maria and Leon are siblings. Should have named her Shala. Crap. I was just kid. I don't understand that reference. Kid. I'm sure it will be of use. I just thought Maria, I was going to make her a black mage. Not make her a black mage, or she was going to be the primary black mage, so I thought Luca would be. Okay. Maybe it's all just talking, but I've grown extremely tired. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest. Just for a little while. And rip. Press F to pay respects to Scott. Okay, that's pretty much Chrono. Yep. And we got Scott's ring. So, no luck about Magus. Where the hell is Magus? Well, guess we're not going to find out here because the bartender just decided to ditch us. I mean, we do have ownership of a bar, so I guess we could operate a nice business here. I do need some cash after all. How much cash do I have? 74. I desperately hope I can get 150 gil. But no. Let's go and inform the rebellion. I mean, not only do we need to tell them that screw you guys, we actually made it to Finn, despite everything, all the warnings that you guys gave us. But we also need to do our good Samaritan. Oh, come on. He actually landed a hit. Never mind. It's okay, it's okay. I mean, it's pretty stupid of me to expect that they wouldn't get hit. So we need to make our way back to the rebel base and let Hilda know about this new development. We also need to let them know that Count Borgen betrayed us and he's been made a general in the army. I mean, once we actually get to know Count Borgen, he's flaunting his new position. It's not as if he is he's a spy within the ranks here. So how they don't know that information already is something I don't know. But at least it's our job to deliver this new information to them. I don't know. Maybe they can pass around photos of Count Borgen and say that if you see this traitor, off with his head. Generalship to important nobles. Yeah, but I mean, you've seen the generals in FF2, right? Does Borgen deserve to be one of them? Hereditary military. Yeah, that does make sense. Ambushed again. It's Firin that keeps getting hit. You know, first treachery with a high position. What I'm wondering is, was his treachery really that important? I'm quite sure that Palamisia could have stomped all over Finn regardless. That deserves the merits or not. Fair point. It's also possible that they just gave him a desk job or something. Actually, they did give him a desk job. Here. Oversee construction of the Dreadnought, which is not even required because behind the scenes, our good friend the Dark Knight is doing it anyway. So effectively, it's just a placeholder. I got 3 potions out of that deal and I can only get 45 gil for those 3 potions. I'm gonna be short 111. Okay, still there's one more thing I can sell. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just sell my bucklers. That'll definitely push me over 150 gil. Horrible mistake I did. Mitchell Operation Salmand. Was he in charge of the Mithril though? Then who was that sergeant in place there? I guess he was overseeing that sergeant. Alright, let's go inform Hilda about this new development. Yes, we know. But Scott gave us this ring. What do you know about this? That ring belonged to Scott! Is he alive? Did he say anything? No, keep it. It suits men of courage, especially those that grunt. You infiltrated Finn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourself quite capable. Oh, someone recognizes our abilities. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. Oh, immediately she sees the advantage in that position. There is a magical metal known as Mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it. Why do you need strong warriors to obtain it? Don't you just need miners? Let's learn. And what exactly do you mean by Mithril? We lost Finn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of Mithril. And is that the only reason that they won? I don't think so. You haven't seen those monsters, lady. I have charged Joseph, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of Mithril. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for quite some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand to look into this? Okay, our next mission already. Hello, Minwu. I heard my lady's words. I mean, she was like right next to me. And I've waited here for you since. Waited here for you since. So he's waited like 5 seconds. To reach Salaman, we must first pass through the port town of Paloon. Take my canoe and let us be on our way. Alright, let us make post haste. Minwoo joins the party. And we got his canoe. Hooray! So this is formation. You also come to the front row, and he's got a staff that I can sell, and he's got the copper quires that I can sell. Let's hope to God I can make 150 bucks, or rather, hope that they will push me over the threshold. So close. There we go. Thank God. Time for some more grinding. Not here. Virus. Isn't that how it's pronounced? Glenn could use some MP, so I'm gonna give him the fire book. Everybody has level 5 shields already, right? 5. Yeah, everybody has level 5 shields. With these low level monsters, chose it to start. Ah, yes, right. So the sergeant was Borgen's underling, I guess. Is curious, which is also wrong. How do you pronounce it then? I never looked it up. I'm sorry to trigger you puzzled. Alright, let's do a little bit of grinding. Quiras or Curas? So did I not pronounce it that way? Soft C. You know what? I'll look this up later. But for now, we're going to pronounce it as Quirus. This is a lucrative encounter. So right now we're just looking to make some cash. Because as we saw last time, the only way we are actually going to be leveling up our shields. I mean, this is one way, just to have one guy use damage magic and everybody else just physically attack. But that's not a very reliable way. That's not very reliable. The most reliable way is just to wait for all enemies to escape. And the problem with that approach is that you're never going to get any money. So that's why, to compensate for that, we need to actually kill some monsters, make some cash. And that's also why I am only going to look for encounters which have at least 3 enemies. In fact, if this proves to be even more of a struggle, what I might do is just take goblin encounters only. Because goblins give the most amount of money per goblin, and if we get into a fight with a large group of goblins, so much the better. So for now, I've got 194 gil, which is enough for me to buy another firebox, thankfully. I think we did discover that regardless of what encounters I'm getting, I'm able to make enough money to at least recover the cost of a firebook. Plus the in costs. But it's not a lot, so I'm seriously considering just waiting for goblin encounters to maximize gil per encounter. Let's give that a shot. This is the early game challenge here, because once we get to a certain part, if you know what I'm talking about, money is going to cease being an issue. Let's just take on goblins. Wait, did I actually learn fire? I did not, idiot. So guy has good amount of MP. Everybody has okayish MP. So to decide who should learn now, what I'm gonna do is just take a quick look at their intelligence stats. So he's got intelligence of 12. She's got intelligence of 16, and guy's got intelligence of 12. So what I'm going to try and do is balance out intelligence. Actually, no, I'll have Maria level up her intelligence more and more, so that she can. I'll give her. She'll be my primary black mage when we are actually taking fights. I think that makes a lot more sense than averaging out everyone's stats. I'm not worried about them gaining strength, because since I'm going to be physically attacking a lot anyway with double shields, the more turns spent in physical attacks, the higher chances for gaining strength. So what I'm going to do is just have Maria concentrate on leveling up her intelligence. Goblin encounter, 2 goblins. Nope. It's gonna take a while. Three goblins. Hopefully nobody runs away. So goblins have 6 HP. Another thing that will help, another thing Maria's intelligence will help with is the damage output. As you saw last time, I was able to take care of 2 goblins with just 1 fire 1. That must have been a particularly good roll. But as she keeps leveling up her intelligence, at a certain threshold value, it's feasible that level 1 fire will take out these monsters. All of them. So 4 goblins, yes, very lucrative. This is good. This is why Maria's intelligence is helping out a lot. But of course, as long as we do need 2 turns to kill them, that means fire is leveling up that much faster. And that means that money per... Look at that, 148 gil from that encounter. That is why I want goblins. So gil per encounter is very important. Not just that, gil per turn is also very important. I am actually... Let me see how much... are we back? Looks like we are back, so I'm just going to continue. Okay, thank God. That was scary. But I guess chat would have fucked up. Can you guys see your messages in chat? I mean on screen? The cable just decided to disconnect for some stupid reason. Whose turn is it? As I mentioned, okay, cool. Okay, good. So it looks like there is some level of tolerance. So what I was saying is we need to optimize money per turn as well. Ideally, we would like, yeah, look at that, 40 gil from this encounter. Don't want to take Hornets. Definitely don't want to take this encounter. And her file leveled up, so we need to discard this. How much money do we have? 258. Good, good. So I think the better option, best option right now is to take just encounters with goblins. One single goblin can potentially drop 100 gil, but it depends on, we need to get lucky for that. I think on average getting 30 to 50 gil per goblin is a good deal. So right now we're just trying to optimize the amount of money we get, also the number of turns. Oh, this looks good, but I don't think this is anywhere near as good as even a 2 goblin encounter. What exactly is our grind goal here? I'm not too sure about it, how much money I want, but I definitely want to set up a little bit of cash in the bank so that we can start grinding shields. Hey, look at that. This time she's consistently wiping out at least 2 out of at least half the goblins. So we are close to that threshold. Her magic leveled up, okay. Presumably we could also go to the next loading zone to get more valuable encounters in terms of gil. But the problem is, in the next loading zone we have a chance to meet up with soldiers, and right now we don't really have a way of killing soldiers. This is not worth it. Oh, damn it. Seriously? How did you guys fail? Hang on, maybe there's a loose wire on the router. Let me just go and check that. I don't know why it's just randomly disconnecting. Can't figure this shit out. Why am I taking this encounter? Actually, now that I think about it, to make probably Okay, let's just do one thing. Money is a huge problem here, so I think we'll just make a little bit of progress and try to get some more lucrative encounters. My phone is just completely screwed up. How screwed up does your phone have to be that WhatsApp starts to hang? It's not like I get a lot of chat either. At worst, 100 messages every day. Did I visit the inn? 84, 32, and 70. Okay. The problem with being so far away from Altair is that you got to make all your you got to make it all the way back in order to buy a fresh fire tome. Yeah, this might be a bad idea. I was thinking that I should go all the way to Salamand or Summit Cave maybe. In hopes of making more money. Because a large group of green goblins is a pretty common encounter there. Please don't run away. Please don't run away. Nice! She almost killed all of them. Wait, is that fire 2? No, fire 2 will do more damage than that. It's not fire 2, right? No, it's not. Okay, I got a little bit more money. So, I guess another strategy could be, let me buy a couple of fire books. So let me go all the way up to 450 bucks. I'll buy about 3 fire books and then make the journey up north into the next loading zone and see how much money we can make there. I didn't realize this would be quite so much of a challenge, to be honest. But I'm committed to it now. Probably the entire stream today is going to be just grinding. Or I could suspend the level restriction for a while until I can make enough money. What can I say? What can I say? I am ashamed of this. Let's look at it as tactical grinding. Kappa. Fire leveled up, crap. How much money did we get though? Hardly any. Damn goblins. Well, gotta spend that 150 bucks again. I'm seriously considering dropping the restrictions for a while. I mean, an hour, 30 minutes into the stream and I'm still grinding. But I suppose you could view this as part of the challenge. I mean, I know for a fact that this is only going to be early game. And that's why I'm really tolerating it. Oh, nice. Idiot. Wow, I forgot to teach the fire spell. And I got such a great encounter as well. Ah, teach it first. I knew at some point I would forget this. Okay, hopefully they'll drop a lot of money. Please don't run away, please don't run away. I mean, this is just grinding for money. At some point in time, I need to start grinding for shields, which is, as we have seen, a very lossy encounter. 73 bucks from 3 goblins. I guess I could live with that. Of course, the more HP we get, the more we have to pay the inn. I'm starting to get worried here, actually. But it's okay, it's okay. I mean, if it turns out that I need to do even more grinding than my stream time, I'll just off-screen it. I just grind until I have sufficient amount of money. Because not only do I need money to cover my shield grinding costs, which is just going to be in charges. I also need to buy some other spell books. This is one of the cases where the remakes actually... Well, I know I'm looking for a challenge run here, but the remakes actually... The faster leveling in the remakes actually hurts you. In the original NES version and the PlayStation remake, your magic levels up much slower. So you have a good amount of time to make until it goes to level 2. So presumably you could make enough money to recover the cost, but also you need to remember that a fire book costs 400 bucks. And random encounters will give you how much? 3 bucks. Sometimes. That's how stingy they are. I think they definitely upped the gil amounts in these remakes. So in a casual run, you very rarely run out of money. Please give me a goblin. Oh god, is there a way I can make more money? I hope Maria gets some intelligence, because that'll help out with the damage, so that I can get rid of these mobs in one turn itself. 92 gil, thank you very much. That was good. 250 bucks, good. So we are almost at the point where I can buy some fire books to keep in the bank and go to the next loading zone to grind a little bit more there. Come on. I mean, how infrequent are these goblins? Oh shit! Fire's at level 2. You know what, screw this. I'm not going to reset. I'll take that. Mistake on my part. Let me save that first of all. Completely forgot about that message. This is what grinding does to me. Actually, I probably should just get rid of this restriction for the time being. How much money did I make? 386 bucks. You know what? Screw this. For the time being, the level 1 restriction is suspended and easy to lose track of. Whatever, screw this. I need some cash. This was something that I actually expected. But I didn't realize that I would lose the challenge this early into the run. Definitely new cache would be a problem, but I thought maybe an hour into the playthrough, I'd have enough cache to effectively proceed onwards. But no, turns out not to be the case. And since the level 1 restriction is off, let me just go to the next loading zone. So in the next area, we can actually run into groups of green goblins. And green goblins, although they have the same kind of cash drops as the regular goblins, they do tend to come in larger groups. So hopefully they are frequent enough. Not yet. How much money do I have? 487. How much am I looking for? That is the question now. Actually, that's a very good question. How much money am I looking for? So in order to determine that, I guess I could start my shield grinding right away. So here I'm just looking for a monster, for an encounter with a single monster in sort of huge groups here. And I'm gonna grind shields up to at least level 6 or 7. That damn it. And currently I'm only really taking the encounters which I've already demonstrated that it's possible at level 1. There is an encounter here with the soldier, also the sprinter, which is much easier at higher levels if you've got a high level fire spell than level 1 fire spell, of course, so I'll not be taking those encounters. But these guys are fine. Oh look, fire leveled up. And Maria needs some MP as well. I think, what are the shield levels right now? Everybody only has level 5, so I think what I'll do right now is, let's go back to Altair. Or even this fight is fine. He really shouldn't be able to hit me. Because the sprinter has horrible accuracy, and plus everyone has good evasion, and the sprinter only gets 1 hit. Once we start running into enemies who get multiple hits, that's when our evasion level comes into picture. So as long as we are only at level 1 and we are dealing with these rank 1 monsters who only get 1 hit, our base evasion percentage we can pretty much take as our likelihood of evading their attacks completely, which is why we see so many misses. I should probably have calculated how many turns this is. Oh, he actually managed to land a hit. It's still fine, it's still fine. Oh look, another hit. It's almost as if he wanted to disprove my point about evading every hit. But I did leave a little bit of a wiggle room there. Not that easy to win an argument against me. Damn it, stop it! That should be enough. Whatever. Screw this guy. I know I said that he's vastly easier at level 1, at level 3 than level 1. Look at that, he gave 4 gil! Everybody got a shield level, awesome. Let's go back to Altair and grind on the encounters there because they are more likely to run away. This is fine too. So we're looking for one more shield level before we can actually proceed. Even at shield level 6, I think running away is relatively predictable since we get 3 chances to run away anyway. I could presumably have given Minwoo double shields as well, so that I get 1 additional chance to run away. But I think 3 is still fine. I'm just gonna wait for him to run away and hope we get a shield level up. I mean, these low level encounters, these goblins are pretty big cowards. It doesn't take very much for them to run away from a battle. I guess that's one way of ensuring that a low level party at the beginning of the game doesn't wipe, because that's entirely possible in FF2. You go out of the gate from Altair and it's very much possible that you get ambushed by a bunch of hornets and they just completely wipe the floor with you. Actually, I think it's happened to me once. Everybody got soundly thrashed, and it was either Guy or Furion that survived the battle with like 4 HP, and that's only because the hornets actually ran away. Everybody has level 7 shields, and look at that evasion percentage, 75%, 81% and 70%. I will stop here for now with the shield grinding. We do have quite a bit of money as well. So let's resume the challenge, shall we? I've done all my shield grinding. That was pretty much the only objective. Why the shield grinding? With that much evasion, your evasion is your base percentage to run away, as I've said. So that'll allow me to escape pretty much all random encounters here. Remember I was talking about unrunnable encounters? So for this early portion of the game, we are fortunate that every encounter is runnable. So let's just run away from all random encounters and proceed to our next objective. He's got Cure, Maria's got Cure, and Guy has Cure. So I'm just going to buy 1 fire book for everyone. Can I buy one for everyone? I think I can. Should I though? Yeah, let's just go ahead. I should get more money from chests coming up anyway. Alright, so what have we been told? We need to take this canoe to Paloom, which we have just been there actually. So let's find out what's happening at Paloom. Hello. You folks wouldn't be looking to book passage on a ship, would ye? Would you study to Gil? We'll see you safely to Pop. No thank you, I have like no cash. The Empire hasn't attacked Paloom or Poft, at least not yet. Oh, foreshadowing! I mean, this guy, you should be a stock market forecaster. The ship heading out of our little port will take you straight to Poft. But you have to pay him money though. Now there's a fine lass. How's about you and me go have a drink? With you? Not a chance. Magus would kill you. This is Paloom. It's just a little port town. Like we couldn't figure out already. Past Salamand. Once you pass Poft, they say all the cities are under the control of the Empire. Ooh. Interesting. Paloom's a town of freedom. Wanna settle down here with me, handsome? Okay. Did they tell us that Salamand is past Poft? Maybe they didn't, but I guess since we've been told about Poft, that's gonna be our next destination. Let's just go there. We could have taken the ship, but as I said, I'm short of cash. Pretty much all encounters in this part of the game, not just this part of the world map, are runnable. So that's a huge convenience for early game. Oh my god, this would have been such an awesome encounter. Not to worry, soon enough we'll have so much money we won't know what to do with it. But yeah, kind of disappointing. Oh look, green goblins. Kind of disappointing that I had to suspend the challenge there. Just couldn't take the grinding. Have I taught everyone the fire spell? Damn it. Alright, so we are at Poft now. This is the port of Poft. Salamand is to the north and to our east is Basque. Sorry, but the ship's already left for Paloom. So they operate a ferry here. Basque, the city to our east, is under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there. I think we've been told about that. And it's the first sit of the series. You're here to ride the airship? If you've got the cash, there's no place I can't take ya. What is this airship? Just in case we didn't know. If you want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. Okay. Industry folks in a ride on Sid's Pride and Joy, the only airship of its kind in all the world? Not for long, bro. No matter how far, we'll have you to your destination in the blink of an eye. Actually, if he says only airship of its kind, you can't really argue with that, can you? Not interested. Just don't have cash. Have you seen the airship? It belongs to a fellow named Sid, who lives right here in Poft. He's the only one around who can fly it. Nobody has their pilot's license apparently. Is there nobody else? You're looking for Sid? He's probably over in the pub. I hear a few gil will get you a ride on that airship of his. Okay, we were told that Mesa and Lufenia Sid built the airship. Yeah, they added Sid afterwards. I mean, Sid is there in the remakes, but not in the original. But in FF2, Sid is there in the original as well. Alright, let's make our way to Salamand, now that we do have directions. But yeah, that was a pretty neat touch. Retrofitted Sid. Redcon in FF1, yeah. Oh, does have chocobos? Yeah. Because I've done all versions. First chocobos, first Marlboros, first bombs. What else? Lots of firsts in FF2. And here we have the city of Salamand. Isn't it so beautiful? Maybe because snow is so rare for me, but I just find this city so lovely. Especially in the PSP version, you kind of have a glass look to it. Hello. The Empire has enslaved the men of Salamand and forced them to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Please, you have to help them. Why would I help them? For all you know, lady, I am from the Empire. Summit Falls is beyond the mountain range to the south of Salamand. That's where the Empire has been mining a mithril. Ooh, we were told about the mithril. I had the strangest dream last night. I was chasing this flame around, but then lost sight of it at a fork in the road. And when I finally caught it, I woke up. Makes no sense. That guy makes no sense. I don't think he was there in the original, but if he was... Alright. Where is this Joseph dude? I love Joseph, but I know that when I'm around I just get in his way. Well, you could hang out with someone who actually appreciates you. Yeah, business with me? White Rose. You're here for Lady Hilda? A little short in the tooth, aren't you? You kids can't fool me. Oh, he doesn't believe us. Crap. What do you know about the airship, though? This is a guy who knows all about airships, but why should I tell you who he is? Joke's on you, fellow. You already know who he is. What do you know about this mithril? You love Ring a Bell and Bravely Default. As long as she looks good and she's got assets, I don't mind the ladies. Mithril? I haven't found any yet. I do have a few leads, but I don't plan on sharing what I do know with a bunch of perfect strangers. Did we not tell you about the Wild Rose, though? I'm gonna need you to do a little something to prove you are who you say you are. Talks with ladies like you do. Okay. Remove every time. Then that's also exactly like me. There's a bunch of people from Salamand who are being forced to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Rescue them and we'll talk. Okay, Joseph. Damn it. So looks like he's not going to tell us anything about the mithril. We got to go to this Summit Fall thing and find out for ourselves. So let's give that a shot. Summit Falls is just to the south of this mountain range. But of course, we can't have it easy. We got to traverse all the way to the end of this range. And then hop on the river. Really, one has to count my lucky stars that all the encounters here are runnable. But even when they are not going to be runnable, this is going to be save scum central. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. It's going to be pretty hilarious. I'm not a fan of save scumming. but that's something I decided it's okay for this kind of a challenge run, because like I explained at the beginning, I'm only really interested in finding out about how the level 1 challenge goes at the final boss. Once you get all kinds of items, because right now it's expected that it's going to be a major struggle anyway. At early game, you don't have money, you don't have any useful items, you don't have any stats. So as you can see, we're pretty much running away from all random encounters. We are only going to be dealing with bosses here. Sounds very similar to an FF5 run, doesn't it? Speaking of which, yeah, I was debating whether to name the characters after FF5 because I was also very impressed with the FF5 low level run. But Chrono Trigger has to come first because Chrono Trigger's low level challenge run was something that just absolutely blew my mind. It was something that I wanted to try it out myself, but it's just so grindy. Not only is it grindy, you have to save scum a lot, there's a lot of RNG manipulation that takes place, and there are some fights which are just horrible. I hope it never comes to that in FF2, which is why I'm taking this up in the first place. I think it's going to be an interesting proposition. But yeah, already it has proved not to be the case because of the amount of grinding I had to do earlier. My hope is that things will become a lot... Whoa, what is this? Help us please, we have found the slaves apparently. Alright, and what is Paul doing here? Chrono, it's you! Am I ever glad you're here? This is Joseph's daughter, Nellie. I think that bastard Borgen's been holding a hostage and threatening Joseph. To threaten Joseph. Princess Hilda told you to bring her back some mithril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I mean, what do you mean by that, Paul? Do you like undermine her authority? I guess Princess Hilda told Paul to go before us or something like that. I figured out this was where the mithril was coming from easy enough without even talking to Joseph. That's the kind of ninja that Paul is. So I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the mithril before you could get here. Only I messed up and got caught. Me of all people. That must have been some accomplishment by whoever was running this place, I must say. Well, I know when I'm in over my head. So long. But don't worry, I'll take everyone here with me. So, thanks for saving us. I owe you one. Cool, so Paul is going to do our job for us and get all the slaves out of here. Hopefully Joseph will be happy, but let's find out what lurks within the deeper bowels of this cave. And I forgot about this as well. We get a free fire book. Crap! I wasted 150 bucks. Crap! Could have saved 150 bucks. Could have saved a lot of grinding. Oh man, these ambushes are gonna be real. I don't know what it is about the PSP version, but you get ambushed way more than in any other version. Honestly, I think that's actually a fair algorithm. I think it's the other way around, where you don't get ambushed as many times as you should in the other versions. I just think the RNG in the PSP version is fairer than the other platforms. Now I don't know if RNG is actually something that the platform calculates, or is it something that is part of the code of the game. I know the NES version is part of the code of the game, but the NES system itself doesn't really have an RNG, a random number generator, so you had to keep this in the code. Maybe these platforms do. It's something to think about. Alright, so who is this? We are at our first boss already. Rebels. Never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're getting mithril, you're right. My mithril blades straight through your heart. Time for a boss fight. The first time I heard this music, I really liked it. But not anymore. Not anymore. So there's a seed for their RNG. The system date itself is something that's provided by the platform, isn't it? So I guess you could say that because the NES didn't really have that timer to keep track of the system date, you couldn't have a fair RNG there. Okay, so this guy, let's just go with fire. So, what do we know about the sergeant? He has, I think, 450 HP. And one thing about enemies in FF2 is that they either have physical attacks or they have magical attacks. There is nothing in between. There are no skills like in Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy 5, let's say. I'm actually not sure about Final Fantasy 4. Did enemies have skills which do not take MP? So now that bow attack, you might think that is actually a physical attack, but no, it's considered a magic attack. Because it's not a physical attack. What I mean by that is it takes MP as well, and manipulate through once. Okay. So anything that's not a physical attack in this game is considered a magic attack, even if it appears to be a physical attack. Some examples include the slam attack by the Gigas, or rather the higher tier Gigases have an attack called Boulder. So that might be taken as a physical attack, but that's actually a magic attack. So yeah, Sergeant, actually he's the first monster that we encounter. Although he's considered a boss, he's going to be a random encounter later on. He's the first enemy who gets multiple hits. He actually has a 2-hit attack. So it's actually very surprising when his physical attacks miss, but I guess that's because of his shitty accuracy. He's not too difficult, it's just that pretty much every fight in this game is going to be a battle of attrition. So it's just going to take a little bit of time to chip through his relatively large HP pool, but survival here is not a problem, except for Maria who had horrible HP. He doesn't have great physical attack power as well. So as long as your character, oh shit, he got 2 hits in there. Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. And GG. So that was our first boss there. Pretty easy. All we had to do was keep everyone cured up, because except except Luca, nobody was in one-shot range really. And of course fire leveled up. Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have bought the life spell, but rip. Minu has teleport, right? Teleport at level 1. Yeah, we're going to take advantage of that. Somehow we got a shit ton of gil. So what I'm going to do now is, actually there is one more boss here. Should I go for him? I can't. I actually can't do that. Yeah, now that I'm done with this boss, I realized that I needed one more fire tome because all of their fire leveled up. Well, let's give it a shot anyway. So that was our first boss. Yeah, he can't one-shot anyone with either his physical attacks or his bow attack, which is pretty much the only magic attack he has. And we got Mithril. Awesome, but let's keep exploring the rest of the cave. Another first in the Final Fantasy series is Monster in a Box. You didn't have this in FF1 either. So we get the teleport tome here, and yeah, our second boss. Although he doesn't get boss music. But this guy's pretty much the same as a sergeant. I don't think he can one-shot anyone. Firion does not have any offense, so we need to keep Guy alive. Fortunately, he doesn't have as much HP as a sergeant. The land turtle. Land turtle only has physical attacks, but he does hit pretty hard. And if the problem is if he takes down Guy, we have no offense at all. So that battle is going to be unwinnable. Oh good. Might as well use Cure again. Why not? I don't really care if Cure levels up right now. We are done with this cave anyway. I'm just using Cure more so that Chrono might have a chance for an MP gain. He's still not dead, seriously? Come on, dude. So yeah, even every single fight is going to be a battle of attrition. And down he goes. Glenn actually got intelligence. Yeah, Chrono did not get MP up, sadly. But at least Glenn got some MP up. He leveled up his Cure, so that needs to go. And he leveled up his Fire, so that needs to go. Okay, we got the teleport book. I'm going to hold on to it. Not going to use it unless I really have to. So we're going to use Minwoo's teleport, because he's going to leave us anyway. Nobody likes me. Everybody leaves me. There's a theme of FF2, I guess. Theme of FF2 is never make friends. So that was our first dungeon down. Really, now that I think about it, I probably only needed to grind enough cash to buy... seriously? Come on. I only needed to grind enough cash to buy 3 firebooks. Maybe 4 firebooks actually, because unless I was okay with taking another trip to Summit Cave. Yeah, that was another option I had. So first trip to Summit Cave, I would fight the sergeant, teleport out, go back and heal, buy more firebooks. Yeah, that could have been an option. And then go back to Summit Cave and fight the land turtle. We'll keep in mind if I ever decide to do this again, or do this on another platform. But actually it's not too feasible to do this on the NES version or even the WonderSwan version, because you can't save scum, and save scums, requiring to save scum is going to become a major part of the quote-unquote strategy. Alright, we got the mithril. Let's head back to Altair and inform Hilda that they can finally outfit their army with mithril, so that the rebel army can be on equal footing with the Empire's army, correct? That was what Hilda was talking about, wasn't it? Wasn't she? I guess it's only after they get the mithril they realize how underprepared they were. Is there really any hope the war will end and the world will be at peace? Really? Why would we have this game then? If we can find some mithril to give to our blacksmith Taboo, I'm sure he'll be able to make some amazing weapons. But first, hang on, I need to inform Hilda. She should be able to use that canoe to cross the lake to the east and reach the port of Polum. Oh, too late, buddy. With each passing day, the dreadnought in Basque draws nearer to completion. The townspeople have been enslaved and are being forced to work without rest. Oh. Old man. Off to Salaman now. No, never mind. Never mind. Dude doesn't know what he's talking about. Must find a way to bring mithril back to Altair. We already did. The Empire also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Finn. Did they? We didn't see anything. They're building the dreadnought in Basque to help compensate for these losses. What is this dreadnought? We've been hearing so much about it. The Empire is using the people of Basque to build the dreadnought. The dreadnought itself is a massive, heavily armed airship. Oh. A man named Sid, the former captain of Finn's Order of the White Knights, built an airship, a ship that sails the skies. But the airship captivated him, mind and soul, and he soon left Finn. We are poorer for his absence. I can get behind that. I'm told he now lives in Port, granting travelers passage on his airship for a price. He's like an airship whore now. He then uses his money to make further refinements to his airship, or so the story goes. But I never understood why this was such an important plot point. Alright, we know what to do with the mithril, don't we? Hey, let's just have a quick chat with Gordon. Yo! What do you know about the dreadnought? Yes, I've heard the rumors. If the dreadnought is completed, it will destroy everything in its path. But what can I do to stop it? I couldn't even save my own brother. Ooh, I have some news for you. Doesn't know about the airship and mithril. was a mithril sword in Casheron that had been handed down through the ages. My brother was very fond of that sword. It truly was a magnificent blade. So you're saying that you guys had mithril and you didn't share with Finn? Because Finn is like, oh no, we don't have mithril. What can we do? We have some mithril for Tobu. Oh, that's mithril. I've been waiting for the chance to work this metal for as long as I can remember. Really? I mean, this guy's lifelong passion was to hammer mithril into some weapons. Alright, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it. I'll start pounding it out. It's been too long since I held my hammer ring. I let my hammer ring. And he's letting his hammer ring now. Already done with it. You can buy the equipment I made over at the shop counter. This will keep my hands full, I tell you that. Hands full for the rest of the game. Whoa, that's some hammering. No time to talk, there's work to be done. Okay. Well, as usual, I need some cash to buy mithril, but we're not going to be doing that yet. What are we going to be doing? Now that we have done this, let's get our new marching orders from Hilda. One thing to know about Final Fantasy 2 is that every time that you are done with one mission or another, Hilda is the one that will be hammering that we hammered. But although he's hammering, the Dark Knight overseeing the Dreadnought's construction was most capable. Fortunately for us, he's tending to other matters now. How do you know this? The theft of the Mithril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. I would like you to journey to Bask. If we're to stop the Dreadnought from being completed, this may be our only chance. I don't agree with this plan, but what can we do now? We are completely at the Princess's mercy, since we did decide to join the rebel army. Do we need to heal? No, we're fine. Okay, then let's head to Bask. What did they tell us about Bask? Do I have cash? You know what, I think my cash problems are over. Don't really care about cash anymore. So we'll just take the ferry to Boft. And we'll actually take the airship to Bask. That's how much money I have. I probably should have calculated how much I would need, because I think I overgrind it. Give me a ticket to Bask, please, although it's just over the mountain range there. But from via airship, it's a very short distance. That's why it's so cheap. And we're already there. This is like domestic flight. You need a pass to board the Dreadnought. Why would I want to do that? I don't feel like working at all with that buffoon Borgen in charge. The thought of doing anything for his precious glory makes me sick to my stomach. Looks like they don't like Borgen. They're making us work like slaves. I hate that Borgen. Being used by a man like that really makes my blood boil. It's weird though. I can't seem to remember what things were like when the Dark Knight was in command. So maybe you were like so entranced by the Dark Knight's charisma. Get back to work. I swear, no one wants to work under General Borgen. Is the Dark Knight ever going to get back? At this rate, we're going to fall behind schedule for sure. But Borgon is making you work night and day, so you should not theoretically fall behind schedule. There's a rebel spy masquerading as an Imperial soldier. If you can get to him, I'm sure he'll have some important information for you. Is it not you? How do you know about this? It's like pretty much everybody knows that there is a rebel spy here. A curious thing happened to me. Out of nowhere, a band of 4 surly wizards attacked me. I escaped unscathed, but I noticed that they had a woman prisoner. At the time, all I could think about was my own safety, and I ended up just leaving her there. There was something particularly odd about the room. Some sort of strange orb was blocking the corridor. The blockade must have been generated by the magic of those surly mages. I don't know, is this supposed to be a reference to the arcane labyrinth? I don't know. I just don't know. If the mages were to fall, surely that orb would fall along with them. I've never bothered with the arcane labyrinth, so really I just don't know. General Borgon doesn't seem to be willing to deal with these peasants as he should. What's this? Back to work. Work, I say. If we finish even a day sooner, my glory will be that much greater. Asshole. Where is this rebel spy that they were talking about? Could this be this guy hiding in a corner? Or maybe he's just shirking off some work. General Borgon took command of things in Basque a short while ago. Things have gotten much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgon could become a general in the Imperial Army. Oops, you didn't hear that. It's okay, it's okay. I think by your speech we can kind of make out that you must be the rebel spy. So, White Rose. Aha, you're one of us! I had to be careful about what I did while the Dark Knight was here looking over my shoulder. So does that mean the Dark Knight is kind of a micromanager? That sucks. I've never heard of anyone micromanaging who's actually a good manager, or at least anyone who's loved who's also a micromanager. I mean, I for sure don't like being micromanaged. Manager constantly looking over my shoulder? No, thank you. But for that, I guess one has to ensure that one always meets deadlines. But sometimes the deadlines are just so ridiculously calculated. But the great General Borgon is anything but. He's just a domineering blowhard. Okay. You know about the Dreadnought. So you're the ones they've sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Don't worry, I'm on your side. Yeah, we know that. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. It's a back way leading to the Dreadnought. Be careful. Okay. If they see us talking, they may start to get suspicious, so I'm out of here. Good luck. Where are you going, by the way? I mean, won't they get suspicious if one of their workers was missing? Or maybe not. Maybe not when Borgon is here. Okay, so we got a secret passageway to the Dreadnought. Fingers crossed we'll be able to get in, sneak our way inside the Dreadnought and be able to destroy it. Long sword. More cash, I guess. Come on, stop the ambushes, please. Theoretically, Maria might die. Yeah, Maria might die if I get into an ambush. Whatever, we'll take that chance. Once again, all encounters here are runnable, so very convenient. Come on. When I say come on, but really. It's entirely fair that I should be getting ambushed. Because agility is so low. Who's this? Oh no! You're too late. The dreadnought is complete. I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. Yeah, nobody trusted General Morgan. Once again, you can see how intelligent the Empire was. They spread misinformation that the Dark Knight was called away on urgent business and left Morgan in charge, and everybody knows what a domineering blowhard he is, to quote that spy. And here is the Dark Knight working behind the scenes, whatever behind the scenes means. How can you work behind the scenes to ensure something as big as a dreadnought gets completed? How can nobody know that you're actually here already? End your resistance. Kneel before your emperor. It's the only alternative left to you. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we will meet again. And he just leaves. Here's General Morgan. Looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. That laugh! And crap. So much for trying to destroy the dreadnought. The blacksmith. Or Age of Empires. One villager just keeps hammering the ground and suddenly you have a very tall building. Rip the world, I guess. Now, I mean, we've heard everyone speaking about the dreadnought, how it'll be the end of the world. That's the end of the game, guys. What can we do now? We only get the pass right now. One of the NPCs told us that we need a pass to board the dreadnought, but now that it has taken off, what use do we have of this stupid pass? Hopefully at some point in time, if we actually get anywhere near the dreadnought, if we can somehow make our way to the entrance of the dreadnought, we can use that pass to sneak in, I guess. Maybe we look enough like their employees. Or maybe their employees don't really have any uniforms. So as long as you have a pass, and that pass doesn't even contain your photo ID identification. So as long as you have the pass, even if you're in a group of 4 people, you can just go in. Kinda see a problem with that approach. Okay, well, the dreadnought. Where could the dreadnought have gone? And then, holy crap, you can see what the dreadnought did to this town. We were attacked by the dreadnought. They're dead. They're all dead. You folks looking for a ship? This dude is like, screw the dreadnought. I want your 32 kill. Oh my god, all of these pirates in the bar? Probably dead. You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. Sid is like, dreadnought, what the hell? What the hell is that? What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine. Oh, do we? Meanwhile, you're just here raking in the profits with your airship service. I mean, you know what? I think at this point, if Sid was actually a decent human being, he would join our party and help us destroy the dreadnought, seeing as how he's the one with all the knowledge about the dreadnought. Do that and you can bring down the whole overgrown tub. Airships are powered by sunfire. I'm sure the dreadnought's no different. Ooh, what is the sunfire? Controlling sunfire is a tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you gotta run away on your hands. The engine will blow sky high. Oh, the engine will blow sky high, and he did say what you want to do is blow up the Dreadnought's engine. Do that and I can bring down the whole overgrown tub. So where can we get this Sunfire then? No idea. I'm just gonna pay that guy 32 bucks to get the hell out of get the hell back to Bloom. You can see the Dreadnought attacked here as well. Let me just in up quickly. Hilda, help us! We failed in our mission. There's a man in Boff named Sid who just might know if the Dreadnought has any weakness. Been there, done that. Sid was the first person to ever build an airship, and the Dreadnought's really nothing but a big airship, right? I guess so. I'm sorry, Princess. Looks like we didn't deserve to be in the rebel army after all. Many were wounded in the Dreadnought's attack. I feel so guilty. The shock has even caused my father's condition to turn for the worse. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Is there nothing you can do, Minwoo? All those who live must someday die. It is our fate. Minwoo's like, nope, screw that guy. I brought you back to life and I'm out of MP now. Still, it is my duty as a White Wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. Speaking of which, speaking of the life spell, what happens if you die of old age? Can you still use life to bring yourself back? Not yourself. I mean, can someone still use life to bring him back? Very interesting question there. I shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. The fate of the world rests on you, Chrono, the silent protagonist. Waste no time in destroying the Dreadnought. How? Can somebody tell me about the Sunfire, please? And Meru leaves the party. Rip. Well, he was not too useful at level 1 anyway. My father's condition has improved a great deal thanks to Minwoo. He's that fast. Tell me something about the Sunfire, Princess. Sunfire is the crest of the kingdom of Kashuan. Oh no, do we have to talk to Gordon about this? Its flame still burns on the ground. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of Kashuan Keep. Scott and Gordon have told me many stories concerning the flame. The finer points of the tale are not known to me. However, I seem to recall that the flame cannot be passed to just any torch. Sid told us. Then there is no time to waste. You must depart for Kashuan Keep at once. If you hire Sid's airship, the journey should not take long. Screw that, it's 400 bucks. Are you kidding me? That leaves only one question. What can you use to bring the Sunfire back? Because after all, it can't be transferred to just about any torch. Who could know about that puzzle? The king's illness goes far beyond the physical. Aha, there is my answer then. So I guess if you're dying because of a mental illness, you can't use life on yourself. Or rather, you can't have life used on you. So is old age a mental illness or a physical illness? I'll definitely say it's a physical illness, but Nope. Still unanswered. There is little I can do. Minu, what do you know about the Sunfire? Every 3 years, they celebrate a festival of the flame in Kashuan. During the festival, the Sunfire is passed to Egil's torch, while its brazier is cleansed. Aha! So the Sunfire can be contained in the Egil's torch. Can we learn that? We cannot. But we do know about the Egil's torch. So many perished in the Dreadnought's attack. Perhaps it would be best if we surrender to the Empire. Scott sealed the gate of Kashuan Keep to protect the Sunfire in the event they were defeated in battle. What? Why did he need to protect the Sunfire? It's not like they were attacking you for the Sunfire, they just left it there. You will need the goddess's bell to break the seal. Oh. What is this goddess's bell? The whereabouts of the bell are known only to the Kashuan royal family. So we can ask Gordon about the goddess bell then. Okay. What do you know about the goddess bell? Gordon would know where the bell is kept, but I have not seen him lately. Someone close to Scott or Gordon may know where to find it. Looks like we need to find the goddess bell for some godforsaken reason. I mean, could we not just get the Egil's torch somehow? I guess even the Egil's torch is in Kashuan. So we'll need to unseal Kashuan Keep. What does the princess know about the goddess bell? I've heard Scott and Gordon mention the bell. The gates of Kashuan Keep open only to the voice of a Kashuan or the ringing of that bell. So hang on, we actually don't need the goddess bell. If we can find Gordon, well, rip Scott, but whatever. Yeah, actually that's not a bad idea. Even with Scott dead, the latest technology these days relies on retina scanning, doesn't it? So even with a dead person, you could theoretically gouge out their eyeballs and use that for a retina scan. But Gordon sounds like a bear. I guess if you use a security system which relied on your voice, there is no way to replicate that now, is there? Hang on. There's a very simple way to replicate that, and that's called a recording. What am I thinking of? That's horrible technology. You don't even need the person to be dead. The bell rests deep within a cavern on the snow plains. It will not be easy to retrieve. So it is your intention to enter the snow cavern? Very well, it is not my intention, damn it. If only Gordon were here, there would be no need for you to risk such danger. Okay, we get it. Gordon is nowhere to be found, so we gotta do this crap. But he isn't, so you must. There's nothing I can do but pray for your success. Joseph knows the snow plains like the back of his hand. You should seek his counsel. Alright, so back we go to Salamand. Our next objective is to find the goddess bell, I guess. Let's quickly go back to Salamand, ask Joseph about where we can find the goddess bell. Apparently the goddess bell is hidden in the snow plains, but where precisely? How do we find it? Do I have cash? I actually have a little bit of cash, but I would prefer to save. It's not like Salamand is too far away. Kashuan, on the other hand, is significantly far away, that it's actually worth it to pay 400 bucks to Sid and fly his airship there. But then again, are we really looking to save time here? Is this guy... Yeah, look, we have a new NPC here. There's no way to cross the snow on foot. You'll need a snowcraft. I've heard that Joseph keeps his snowcraft hidden on the first floor of the cavern in Emmett Falls. I seem to remember him saying something about a wall near a blue stone, or something like that. Well, why don't we go ask him ourselves? I mean, surely after everything we've done for him, we've saved Nellie, his daughter. Or did Paul take the credit for that? I swear to God, Paul. Hey, Nellie. Thanks for saving me. Okay, so Paul did not take the credit. It looks like you managed to save my daughter. Thank you. That cowardly Borgin had been threatening Nellie to get to me. Forgive me, if there's anything I can do to help, all you gotta do is ask. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. What do you know about the Sunfire? What the hell is that? Dreadnought? Since the Dark Knight took over, construction's been moving ahead a lot faster. Oh my god, you have no idea that the Dreadnought's construction has been completed. Whatever. Just tell me about the Goddess's Bell, Joseph. The only way to reach the snow cavern is on my snowcraft. I keep the snowcraft hidden in the mine. There's a blue stone on the first floor that marks the spot. Look behind the stone and to the right. The secret room's there and the snowcraft is in sight. I'm sorry I couldn't help you find the mithril. What do you mean you couldn't help me? You wouldn't help me. There's a difference, Joseph. So I'm going to make up for that by pitching in now. What are we waiting for? Let's go. And he just forces himself into the party. Whatever. Okay, with Joseph in the party, let's first thing I guess we need to do is find his snowcraft. Because the snowcraft is the only thing that'll allow us to traverse the snow plains. How original. Please run. Damn mosquitoes. And there's a blue rock. There it is. So must be hidden here. Yep. Abracadabra. No, not abracadabra. What is it that Alibaba says? Crap. I forgot. Open sesame. Wait, did he actually say that? That doesn't sound right. Open sesame. Okay, it is open sesame. Joseph turns a small rock jutting out of the wall and a passage appears. Who is narrating that though? The snowcraft isn't here. Hooray, we got the snowcraft now. We can finally move on to the snow plains up north. Now here, so I was talking about money problems earlier. This is the point where we say bye-bye to all of our money problems. And yes, you know what it's time for. Oh crap, wrong button, wrong button. There we go. Yep, it's time for this mini game, and I don't have a piece of paper with me. Crap. Okay, I'll just need to note this out on my phone. Minigames Craigasm. I generally never enjoy minigames within games, RPGs. But I guess sometimes they do have their uses. Alright. Richard. Nope. This was Richard. This was Minwoo. Firion. Holy crap, look at how he looks. Joseph, Gordon, Maria, Richard. Okay, there we go. That was Guy. Oh, nice. Minwoo. We did not find another Minwoo, did we? Gordon, and what's this Gordon? Oh crap. There we go. And instead of playing this legitimately, there's a trick to this game. I just need to note this down. Crap. Okay, so here's how this game works. It's actually only got a set of 32 kind of tile sets, if you can call it that. When you actually start the game, which tile set you get is randomized. Hey, even for that pathetic display, I got 1000 gil. Not bad, not bad. But I want more, I want this to be more efficient. Start game, yes, and quit. I lost count here, crap. I think this is the 5th one. How many has it been? Oh my god, I lost count. I suck at this. So, thing is, point here is that the original tile set, which I played legitimately, it repeats after every 32 times. Oh, I exited. Oh my god, I suck at this. So, that was a waste of time. And that's exactly the strategy you use to abuse this minigame even in a speed run. I need to do this all over again. I fucked that up last time. Damn it! Oh god. Yeah, I need to note this down again. So this thing repeats after 32 attempts, so to speak. Okay, hopefully I won't screw this up this time. So what I'm going to do is skip the next 31 tile sets, or whatever this is called, next 31 games, so that the 32nd game I get is going to be this exact same tile set. So this is number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and this should be the 32nd one. Richard. Well, rip. Where did I go wrong? Whatever, I'll play this one. PD bosses. How long are you taking with that game? Ah, crap. Dark shield. What the hell is a dark shield? Okay, immune to dark element. Vulnerable to oh wow, fantastic. So how do you deal with that? Okay, I must have screwed up in the counting. So let's try to find out where I am. Might as well note this down as well. So each time I have to beat before I can get to the vampire castle. Oh, I see. I mean, if they are giving you so much trouble, how much is the actual vampire going to be? Okay. Let's hope I don't screw it up this time. So this is the second game. Yeah, it looks like Richard is here. What the hell? Richard, and where is Richard? Is here. Oh yeah, look at that. So I guess it's the 32nd game, 33rd game. I screwed up. Minwoo is here. Maria here. Furian. Joseph is here. Layla, where is she? Is here. Guy is here, and there we go. And by the only try to it. Sage. I don't know what it does. How do you get Sage? Or is that boss locked behind something? And for winning, you get 40,000 gil. Yep. So there's some grinding on the cards here, including an elixir and what the hell? Cottage I don't care about, but the elixir sells for 25,000 bucks. So effectively I've just made 65,000 bucks here. I know it hasn't come up at all. It's like a super secret job. Alright, so we have a pretty reliable method of making money like this. So yeah, cash no longer an issue. Save up. Welcome to the boss battle, I see. So the first thing I'm going to do is do some shopping. Once again, I have not calculated, I have not planned out this challenge run at all, like I do with my other challenge runs. So I have no idea what I actually need to buy. But we'll wing it, we'll wing it. Do I need the inn? I don't. Joseph does need a little bit of heal, but it's okay. So we've got life. Life is always useful. Sap, warp, teleport. Now I know that effectively you can use speedrun strats and keep throwing teleport tomes. If anybody's seen the speedrun, I'm gonna try to avoid that as far as possible. But yeah, if a particular boss becomes really frustrating, I'm just gonna use teleport strats, which is totally allowed because I'm allowed to use the item command. Buy one, cure one, no magic, and you have cure one. Don't really care about that, but as long as it's at one, it's okay. I think what I'll do is buy some life books. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of cash. 42,000 is definitely not enough. I thought I had 420,000. Nah, it's just 42,000. 42,000 is just gonna get me 42 life books. Ideally, I'd actually like 99 life books, 99 teleport books. Lots and lots of items for sure. Cross my Mansus golden needle. Might as well max out my potions and high potions. Eye drops as well. So consumables shouldn't really be a problem. Cash is not a problem. Mains kits are 500 bucks, so I definitely need more cash. Definitely need a lot more cash. I'm gonna be doing that mini game grinding off stream, so I might get up to something like 600 or 700,000 gil. That might be enough for pretty much the rest of the game, but it might not. It might not, because the shopping list is pretty big. Let's go back to Altair to purchase some spells. Come on. And the ambush. Yep, ambushes are going to be a thing. One thing I can do is just keep Joseph in the front and have keep everybody else in the back row. Yeah, it looks like a better idea. I also need to buy a lot of these spells. How much does it cost? Yeah, each of them costs the spells here costs at least 300 bucks, and they're very useful as well. So in Palom we get Blink, we get Protect. What else? And two other spells, but Blink and Protect are fantastically important. Yeah, I can't even buy 99 fire books. Crap, I need more money. You know, Asuna Ga. Oh my god, there is a multi-target Asuna. How nice. Alright, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna end this here. I'm gonna grind some money off stream. And next time I will have... What will I have? I'll definitely have 99 fire books. While we are here, actually it would be a good idea to purchase mithril shields. Alpha white magic, yeah. Nice. We can sell off some of his crap as well, but like I said, we don't care about money anymore. So let me just sell off most of my things. Longsword can go. Longbow can go. Elixir can also go, some extra cash. I might need cottages. Buy 6 mithril shields. No, 8. Since I've got plenty of cash, I'm going to outfit my 4th party member as well. Mithril shields are a huge upgrade from the bucklers in terms of evasion. So let's take a look at this. Furion has level 7 in shields and he already has 99% evasion. Maria 99 and Guy 99. Fantastic. Of course, Joseph doesn't have great shield levels, so his evasion is suffering, but even at base he's got 48% evasion. We're going to start working on his shield levels. Actually no, we're going to be running away from most battles, so why do I even care? Alright, so that mithril shields are just supremely important. But of course we do need more levels in shield, simply because I foresee situations where I will be using one shield only instead of double shields. Can we buy 99? We can, finally. We cannot buy 99. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm going to call it here for today. I'm going to buy 99 of all of these spells, because we saw how often we need to replace spells once they level up. So carrying around a good bank of spell books is a good idea. Not to mention that we can use the item command and use spell books as items to cast their associated spells. I'm going to try to not use that as far as possible, but no promises. No promises. Like I said, this challenge run is primarily about finding out how... Can you challenge Dawn? No, hell no. But I am going to be playing Dawn of Soul of Rebirth. With whatever stats the fourth party members end up with, I'll be playing Soul of Rebirth with those. I'll need a lot more playthroughs on Soul of Rebirth to come up with some challenge runs for that. But even at base, it's quite the challenge at base, because I try to keep grinding to a minimum, and even on a casual playthrough, if I struggle without grinding, that does not bode very well. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I'm going to grind for some money. I'm going to abuse that minigame to grind for a lot of money, buy all these spell books. No, I guess I'll just grind for money and meet you back here by next stream. Alright. So, thank you guys for watching. You have a good day and take it easy.